I need to talk about this. Yesterday, I kind of got blown away because of Christianity and Olaf the Holy. I've mentioned this before. I haven't really gone into depth because I don't know if people really understood what I was on about. But now I came over a post that just kind of brought it all back to mind, and I have to talk about it. Today, architecture has taken on a whole fucking new plastic look. Many times. Boxed, IKEA style. Pop up freaking new elegant designed buildings that just look like a fucking it removed the soul basically. I came over this post that had I'm gonna just show you actually. This modern architecture, traditional architecture. Pretty basic, you know? Oh, there I am. I'm there. So traditional architecture had soul. You can see on the Sagrado Familiar. No, La Sagrado Familia. The Sacred Family, the church in Barcelona. The biggest unfinished church in in the world. It doesn't really matter that it is Christian, because in this I'm going to go a little bit into Christianity, but the massive architecture, the masterpiece, the art, the soul of it is undeniable. Notre Dame, you know, when you have these ancient buildings, they speak to you, and also they have a specific function. If you go into these buildings, you can kind of damn near guarantee that there is going to be a few hidden things when it comes to frequencies and acoustics and how that is actually used in feeling things that you can only feel when you're going into a place of worship. We're going to talk a little bit more about that energy and what that, you know, where we could go with that. But I saw this post and I was like, because yesterday I had an experience. I'm going to just read the post and then I can just fill in what I think about it and what you're probably probably think about this as well. This is a little seed planting from my side. All right. So I said, meanwhile, in Norway, yesterday I was at my daughter's Christmas play, where she sang for the audience that consisted of a lot of parents and students of her school. It was in a pray house. A pray house. Not really a church, but a big hall with a huge cross and fuck tons of light equipment and expensive sound engineering stuff. I gotta hand it to them. Like there were like 12 speakers in an arc. Like the equipment was top notch, very expensive. I know because I was in that industry at some point in my earlier days. I had completely forgotten about it. The pray house, that is. I thought we were meeting in the church center, right next to the actual church. Yes, there are 3 different kind of places here, which one would assume is the same thing, but I don't think they are. The 3 separate buildings are within 5 minutes of walking distance from each other, and are 3 of 7 to 8 holy places in a tiny community that is more rural than modern. Around us, everywhere on the coast and spread in the interior, are massive mounds, grave mounds, Viking grave mounds. Our ancestors, who carved beautiful patterns in their architecture, held massive feasts in their beautiful mead halls, who explored and discovered new lands. Then came Olaf the Holy, the fuckface of it all. A traitor and coward who changed our culture from being one of the most respected and ancient lineages to be just like everyone else, hunted and killed if one didn't conform to it. And today, here we are. 8 different buildings, at least, all sub-factions under an umbrella of a larger organization, all hiding who we really were, watering down our very existence and essence. What really bothers me, though, is how much money that goes into these, while elderly people are literally freezing to death, and the system is shaping all those inside of it to be perfect little cogs to follow the same programming and the same fate. Bring back tradition. We are building Valhalla in Norway, Reach out to support the cause and to bring back what we once were. He angrily tosses the toothpick to make his point. Was I able to go through that without my trigger vein popping? You're gonna see this if I have a emotional attachment to something that really frustrates me. You're gonna see a little thing come up, or it's just hot. It might just be hot in the room. But my point is that I have seen so much in terms of woodwork, beautiful art, traditions, wisdom, values, fucking all the things. We had a rich history before, you know? Not far from here, right now, where I'm sitting at this very spot in Norway, on this random mountain, is a place called Lug. That place is mentioned in the poetic Edda. The Edda is one of 3 sources of this period of humanity, because Vikings didn't really write down a lot. They didn't really document a fuck ton. They had runes, Runatal and Juratal, but they are magical. They were not used just to communicate. They were used as geometrical, mathematical, scientifically proven fucking communication forms to what you don't see, to the nature around you. And we don't talk about that anymore, do we? At all. We forgot that when we came in and said, this is the one true truth. Obey and pray. I have an issue with that because I see all perspectives. I don't, of course not all perspectives, but I see Christianity and the historical things that we know about Christianity. I know about the archaeochemical proof that we have found. I know a lot about what happens underneath certain things that is not shown a lot to the public, that holds a history of more ancient times that they don't really like to talk about because it's like, yeah, we did that. Fuck. It's like when the Pope got pedophile. You know, that was not a good time for that organization. But we know it happened. We know it's going on. We know that there's cults. We know that there are fucking things going on in these shadows that is not good. We know that people are so pious and good, but as soon as the door locks at home, they will beat the fuck out of their family because they have demons that they can't get out otherwise. We know. We see you. That's the thing. Some people like to talk about that magic, that worship, that energy, that deity, that God, that all the things that they go into the church to learn from one person, the spokesperson nonetheless, who has been educated for this purpose. How to be a good servant, how to be a good human, how to do this, how to obey, how to worship. I could go into length. We can go into the financial business model of this thing, but we're not going to go there. We could also go into the communion and how that was psychedelic at one point and how now we are just removing that little part so that we don't really feel what we're being talked about, what we are being taught to believe in and follow. We just don't know. We don't know what we don't know because some people like to shield that from everyone. And I'm starting to get kind of pissed and kind of frustrated and kind of sick of just sitting here and seeing that happens, especially when it's so close to home, you know? It's literally 20 minutes from here. I can drive and I can see Viking mounds next to the road. But there is not one thing here in Norway, in my part of Norway, that has anything to do with honoring where we came from. The Vikings, the Norse, the culture, the runes, Odin, Thor, Loki, Freya, all of these different aspects of nature that is not to be, you know, misunderstood with having one deity that you have to obey and serve. All these different personifications of nature. Njord, the god of the sea. Loki, the trickster. Freya, the god of love. Different frequencies, aspects, and human traits. It just makes it easier to just be a human. Just talking in a way of creativity and storytelling. Because if you've heard how Loki made someone smile by tugging his balls on a goat's beard, or how he is the mother of Sleipnir, how he is the mother of Sleipnir, he was probably the first. I'm not going to go there. the thing is, there are things that we have to talk about, and we have kind of run out of patience in terms of talking about it. Now it's, we are building a fucking building. And then when people see that, then they can kind of just come in and talk about it, because it's a lot simpler. People don't really know what this is until they feel it. This is where it goes into the energy, the magic, the old ancient knowledge and wisdom, and what we know today scientifically. The lasers and the DMTs and the codes and the matrices. We know things today that has kind of shifted everything on its head. And I do believe that it is time to talk about it. I'm looking for a cave because I think that I can get unalived like so many others if we start to just go ham and share this with everyone that listens. Because we do also know the algorithm and how things are working on social media, and how the internet is not really the free speech kind of place where it used to be. So much. But it was a good recital. I had fun. She was good. Like, imagine, my 7-year-old were singing in front of a huge audience. And all of a sudden, just seeing all the people on that stage, how they were able to stand in that. I fucking love seeing that. I got teary-eyed. Because when I see people go up and do something that they don't really feel comfortable doing, I know that your life just fucking changed. Well done doing the spew and walking the talk and doing the thing. I'm fucking proud to see people do those things. And it seems like, in school, I don't think they really emphasize how much of a difference that makes. The principal did. And dude, well done. I found a lot of agreement in what you said on that stage. And I would say that that is the first time I have from a person of such a position. So well done. I will not bother you anymore. I will not take up more of your time. Time is precious. It's the most precious thing, so don't waste it. Don't sit around having a itchy butt and a smelly finger. Just do something. Something awesome for you. Something fulfilling. Just purposeful. Help me in bringing back the fucking Norse culture. It's needed. If you want to join anything, go in the links below, and you're gonna be able to find some guides and some stuff that's gonna lead to some epic places. Very Norse inspired, but also very magical and very universal and very human. You deserve to be in a place of more freedom, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or whatever, if that is obtainable. If you want to, we show you the water. You drink. If you want to drink the water, not the Kool-Aid, the water. Go to the place, do the thing, if that is what you want to do. Have a fantastic day, take care of your freaking family, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to subscribe to the channel, comment below, and all that stuff. And I look forward to where this is going to go. Also, check out the Hovamol series, because that is taking on the wisdom of the old, the Odin's high speech, when you hear what they actually did back then. The original texts, not the iterations. Not like Constantine did with the Bible after 400 AD and what was found in Nag Hammadi in 1949. I'm not going to go there.